We're back for another one. It's the Chargers and the Ravens.
It's the AFC Wildcard round on EA Sports.
Chargers beat the Ravens earlier this year. It's time for round 2 in the playoffs. This should be a good high-scoring game, and yeah, all games this year in the playoffs. Bears, Saints, that one Bears last second winning touchdown, then Titans pulled a huge upset against the Broncos in, even though in a 5-4 seeding game. Broncos were much better in like 2 seconds field goal after the Broncos stormed all the way back, but they couldn't do it. And then last night the Rams, no surprise, did beat the Eagles, but only by a last-second field goal. Tied 19, and they won it.
Hello everyone, welcome to the postseason on EA Sports.
Chargers went 13-4, another 7 seed. That whole division went 13-4. That's by far the best division in NFL history. And then Ravens went 12-5. Let's see how this game goes. One of the best games this weekend in the law.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
First and 10.
Chargers destroyed the Ravens 45-10 last time. With a Lamar injured that was injured.
First down and more for Jackson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Partners up in the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, buying time to his left. And down to the 20 will go before heading out of bounds.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield.
And Burrow and Chase, it turns out, they're favorites. They're going back to Cincinnati after a bad deal, not being able to make a deal with Seattle. They're heading back to Cincy, took them back with open arms, and now the Bengals are going to be great again. This AFC is going to be great. And then the Steelers talking about signing Jimmy G after the season.
Inside the 10 to the 9. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, CD, that was a well-orchestrated drive by Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and how about the way he capped it off, too? Orchestrate the drive, and then let everybody know exactly who the guy is on the field. You got to watch on every play. Finishes it off with a touchdown run.
Extra point forthcoming. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
You said kicker. It's not Tucker.
75 yards. And it was capped off with the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert will be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Herbert now. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. It's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense. But a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Complete here to the right to Bolden. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson now. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one out to the 35. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. But what a break here. Turnover late in this first half, and now they're set up in field goal range already.
With a chance to get more. So what you're telling your unit as they go out onto the field is very simply this. We've got 3 in our hip pocket. Don't jeopardize that. Let's attack and go for the big one here. Let's go get 6 and give ourselves a chance to really feel good going into that half.
And this is caught at the 8. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Here's Herbert. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. End up losing 3 yards there on the play. So they'll lead to a second and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime in this AFC Wildcard matchup. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Taking it about the 1. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the line. But this opening drive, it'll be an important
Ravens D. Dude, now the Ravens D is great.
You know I'm going to lean
All of a
towards the
sudden.
defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
On first down, it's Herbert. Steps away to his left. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to...
He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
On is the Chargers punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. Weldon. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes, right side. in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Ravens use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Well, I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big time play, big time result.
They missed.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers down by 10. A little under a minute 50 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. 30. The 20. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Herbert gonna throw. From the left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Herbert to throw. On the move to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. But we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, and with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Like the Niners did.
It's a loose ball. And picked up by the Chargers. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble.
The Niners did
but when
that.
they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now it's the Ravens' turn, trailing by a touchdown. 37 seconds to go. They need a touchdown here to try to force overtime, but they've got the support of this playoff record crowd. 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Jackson. He finds Bogan. And he is across it in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. Do you see some fans holding up 2 fingers? Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Don't forget the extra point. It's
What an ending. 7-3, 13-17 quarter. These offenses really stepped up. And this game is likely to go in overtime. And yeah, what a game this turned out to be.
And with time and factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or...
There he goes, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules are the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team
First
gets
overtime game of this playoffs.
Six or fumble gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the
Only been that one. There's only been one game of playoffs this year that has been overtime.
Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Throwing, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they'll take it across midfield and down at 48-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to bring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
First throw in overtime for Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before before reaching the 10-yard line. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Well, partner, look how the ball's being placed now. They're deep in the red zone, which to me, that opens up their options because they can run the field goal kicker out there right now, or they can decide to run a play and put it into the perfect position he might require in order to make the game-winning kick.
And the win!
And the kick is good.
Chargers win it.
And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs.
They're in the playoffs. They just want to play.
So as it turns out, a two-play drive resulting in the field goal. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So
Bye,
now we
guys.
look for